Hi everyone, my guest is Dr. Michael Williams, who is from United States of America. He is a teacher of Transcendental Meditation for 47 years, have taught over 1,000 veterans with PTSD to practice TM. How are you doing, Michael?
I'm doing really well. I'm enjoying my stay here. I've never been to Armenia before. It's absolutely beautiful here. You get to walk and the shops. I'm really enjoying myself. It's a lot of work, but I'm having some fun as well.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started practicing Transcendental Meditation many years ago. And I was teaching special education at the time. I taught handicapped children, autistic, mentally challenged, gifted children. You have the same kinds of kids in Armenia as we do in the United States. And I did that for almost 40 years. And I realized that I wasn't getting to their problems because they're very stressed and they don't follow directions and they have incoherent brainwaves and seizures, epileptic seizures. And I go, I've got to become a TM teacher to help them. So they inspired me to become a TM teacher so I could quiet the mind down, and then they behave better and decrease seizures.
Good job. And what's the reason of your visit to Armenia?
We got an email many months, 6-7 months ago, about coming to Armenia and helping with all this stress and everything. The Armenians are not even familiar with the term PTSD. They just think stress and trauma. So we have the gold standard. You know, TM is, we've been using TM in the United States for over 50 years. So it's something very new to Armenia. They don't know how to respond to it. They're not always open-minded about it and say, yes, teach me. They go, oh, I don't know, you know, is it something strange? And no, we do have a letter from the Ministry of Health that says, yes, TM is good. So we should probably just talk briefly about what goes on when you do the TM. In TM, we don't focus. We don't concentrate. We don't try to make the mind do something or think positive thoughts. You're taught to let the mind transcend all by itself. That's why it's so natural and effortless.
Bring happiness.
Yes, or happiness. You get happier when you meditate because that hormone, you know, that's in the bloodstream, serotonin. There's a 50% increase in your bloodstream of serotonin. Serotonin is also produced in the brain and everything when you sleep at night. But that's only between the hours of 10 and 2 a.m.
10 until 2, yes.
10 to 2 or something like that, close. But most people I've taught in Armenia, they don't go to bed till 1 o'clock.
They're working.
They go, no, these are women that are retired.
Yeah.
But they figure, oh, my grandkids are in bed already. Now it's, I'm going to watch TV, I'm going to play with my computer. They're just goofing off, having fun, but late at night. So I tell them, have fun during the day, go to bed, produce more serotonin, more happiness for you, and you'll feel better, and on and on and on. Anyway, so cortisol levels are markedly decreased, 40% at least, when you practice TM, and that's associated with stress. Stress is not your imagination, it's real, and you have that surging through your body. And that's why people overreact, that's why they smoke, that's why they drink, that's why they don't be as loving and kind as they should be, because it's all stress. And get rid of the stress, the problem goes away. And what's beautiful about TM is that if we get 1% of the population meditating, just 1 in 100 people sitting down in their living room or in the park, sitting and doing this 20 minutes twice a day, producing coherence in the brain waves, left and right, front and rear. So when kids start to learn TM, their grades go up. They get smarter. Their IQ scores go up. Everything gets better when you practice TM. And so what happens when we get 1% meditating, it has an effect on the whole environment. the whole city. So that's our goal. 1% of Yerevan, 1% of Armenia. If they started meditating, everything would change. I know it sounds too good to be true, it sounds incredulous. Look at the scientific research. 1%, we already did this in the 70s in the United States. Crime rate goes down up to 15, 18%. Hospital admittance go down. Accidents on the highway and freeway go down because you are producing coherence not only for yourself, but it radiates to the whole environment. Because in TM we contact that unified field.
And it's interesting, how old were you when you start your first practice in TM?
I was still in college. And I saw this poster up, so I was in my 20s. And there was a poster and it said, help create world peace and develop your full mental potential. And I was just finishing college and I go, gee, I just had 4 years of college and there was no class on how to develop your full mental potential. So I was, wow, this is something unique, different. And it was science-based. Everything we talk about in TM, there's a scientific research done on it. To this date, there are over 650 research studies done on TM, and over 250 are peer-reviewed. So if you're a research study person or you're a physicist or something, you're impressed when you 250 peer-reviewed studies. Yeah.
And it's interesting, what did you like Armenia and what didn't you like here?
I love the way you get to walk everywhere. You get out of your apartment, you walk downstairs, and you can walk to the store, you walk to the supermarket. It's so easy. You know, you go to the park if you want. And the people here are so friendly. Yes. When I get lost, sometimes I get lost, at least every 3 or 4 days, because I take a wrong turn somewhere. Yeah. And I ask someone, and they just help you, and they'll even, you know, walk with you a little way to say, go this way, go that way. It's interesting, yeah. Just 2 days ago, I had a doctor. I didn't know he was a doctor until it was over. He came with me and he said, come, let's get you a taxi. You're very lost. And so he walked with me on the other side of the street, put me in the car, and the taxi spoke Armenian to the taxi driver. And then I said, thank you so much. And I go, may I ask, what do you do? And he goes, I'm a doctor. So I contacted him. Hopefully he'll start to learn TM. Because everybody has stress. Everybody has stress. So I love that. What else do I love? The breads. The breads, it's incredible. And the desserts. I have to be careful with the desserts.
What about food?
The food, yeah. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm used to not a lot of meat, so that's different for me. But I love all the other stuff. You can get the potatoes and the fresh vegetables and rice, but it's good.
Would you like visit to Armenia again in the future?
Yes, I would. I've been here almost 5 weeks, and I have another 4 weeks to go. And I would like to come back and continue doing this. So I had the privilege of teaching a veteran about 4 nights ago. He's 20 years old. His truck, there was 25 soldiers in his truck, and a drone hit it. And only 2 survived, and he was one of them. And so he's completely paralyzed on his left side. He has slurred speech. He's in lots of pain. He has titanium rods in his arms and his legs. And he was in the hospital for months and months and months. And then he went home and he fell down and he hurt himself. So now he's back in the hospital. And now he says, it's pointless to go on. I don't want to live like this. I can't do anything by myself. He says, what good am I? So we were talking, I said, things are going to get better. And so I had him close his eyes. You close your eyes when you practice TM, meditation. And he closed his eyes, but he couldn't close his eyes all the way because his brain damage. So his eyes close about like this. So he has to put his hand over his, like this, to block the light, to close his eyes. So we did it once. We did it again. Then his eyes closed by themselves. So for 2 years, he can't close his eyes. And in less than 8 minutes of doing transcendental meditation, the relaxation was so deep that he now can close his eyes all by himself. And he still closes his eyes now. And
just 4 days, for whole life.
Yeah, and then you have this technique for the rest of your life. No more thoughts of suicide. Gone. Finished.
Perfect.
Because I have my veterans keep a journal. They write every day something. I felt this. I'm more relaxed. I sleep better. I've stopped smoking. And that's what I've noticed about Armenia. So many people. It's almost like the United States was 50 years ago. So many people smoking, mostly men.
Yes.
That's how the United States was. And now, today, in the United States,
the same here.
You can't. There's no restaurants with ashtrays in them. If you want to smoke, you go outside or to a bar, and even in the bars you can't smoke. It's just not allowed in America anymore because it's so bad for your health and secondhand smoke and everything. So if anybody that even doesn't have PTSD or trauma, they should learn TM just to stop smoking. Think of the money they'll save in their lifetime. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Anyway, so you don't have to be depressed to learn transcendental meditation. And we should talk about how it's not a cult or a sect or anything, shouldn't we? Because some people think, they thought like they did 50 years ago in the United States, oh, this is something new from the East.
Yes.
Be careful, etc., etc. But it's a technique.
The same here now, yes.
Yes, the same here. Everyone's not open-minded. Some of the doctors are going, oh, I don't know. They just need to be educated. They need to learn themselves. I asked this one doctor, let me teach you. He said, okay, I will learn first. And then I will know. So this is a technique to improve the quality of your life.
Is there anything you would like to add?
Yes, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that it's a technique that produces scientific results. It's not a religion. It's not a philosophy. You don't have to change your lifestyle. You can still be smoking if you want, but you're going to quit smoking in time. And you can have really bad health, you can have really good health. You should learn TM. I've also taught priests and rabbis and nuns. I've taught Buddhist monks to meditate. I've taught Catholics and Protestants and Mormons and all religions practice TM. It enhances their religion. And sometimes I think people forget what it says in the scriptures and the Bible. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven from within. It says first. Do it the first thing. So the more you practice transcendental meditation, the more spiritual you become. The more easily you follow your faith, your religion. The better father you become, the better mother. Because not only does the intellect improve during TM, and the brainwave patterns, but your heart starts to expand. I just wanted to give a special thank you to the TM teachers that have been here for decades already, helping. And they were here in the '89 when the earthquake was here and taught tens of thousands, as I've already mentioned. So I just wanted to give a thank you for them too. They've been so kind to me, and you've been so kind, and it's a joy to be here. Everyone is so nice. It's heartwarming. It really is. It's going to be hard to go home. Thank you.
I want to remember that Michael is here as a volunteer to help Armenians recover from all the suffering from the war. Thank you very much for your job. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for inviting me to come on to your show. I'm here for another 4 or 5 weeks. And I look forward to teaching many, many more Armenians this effortless technique. And just get in touch with us, and we'll take care of whoever calls us to learn this simple technique.
Our program has come to an end. I hope you have enjoyed it. Till next time.